Okay, if we could get started again. If my phone works, I will. I just lost what I wanted. Hang on a minute. Okay, we're going to have an award presentation here, and I get to introduce the presenter. So Daniel Flores, you can guess which of the two he is an extension minister who serves as a full-time librarian and part-time history adjunct at Tarrant County College District, which is one of the largest public colleges in Texas. He was appointed by the Rio, Texas Regional Conference of the United Methodist Church. Daniel's on the board of Autism Welcome Here, Library Program Services and More Grant Program. He's here to present the 2017 Grant Award to the Albert Wisner Public Library.
Thank you. We've been talking about conversations all day. I think to continue in that stream, I want to share one conversation that came up. Probably would not have come up if it weren't for this grant. When I returned to my office after last year's meeting, I put a little sticker in my window. It says, "Libraries and autism, we're connected." Very simple, right? And one of the students at our college came up to me and she said, "You know, I've got to do an internship for this library technician position, and I wonder if you would be my mentor. I'm autistic. Would that be okay?" I said, "Well, of course, of course." And so Caroline became my intern, and she just completed, by the way, will be graduating next week, and so did a fantastic job. She was absolutely great. Yes, you should applaud Caroline. She deserves it. We have many wonderful conversations. You know, she'll come into my office and reach into the fridge and take my apple or half of my sandwich, and we'll sit and we'll talk and just about anything that comes to mind. And one of the conversations had to do with Einstein's brain. And so we sat at a table, and as we were chatting, I mentioned a documentary that I saw on Nova about inside Einstein's mind, and she stopped me and she said, "They went inside his brain?" I said, no, it's his mind. And we began to talk about it, and I said, you know, what was wonderful about Einstein is without the benefit of computer modeling, he could imagine trains moving backwards and forwards, and through that imagination, that wonderful imagination, he'd just close his eyes and come up with these wonderful theories. And as I was talking, I noticed she had closed her eyes. And then I thought, well, maybe I lost her, and I waited a bit, and 1 minute turned into 3 and 4 and 5 and 10, and I finally said, Caroline, are you okay?" And she opened her eyes and looked back at me, and she said, "Yes, I'm fine. You know, this works better when you're quiet." So I'm going to be quiet, and we're going to allow someone else to come up and speak. We're very excited. I'm here on behalf of the Autism in Libraries, Welcoming Autism Committee. I'm so privileged to be part of this committee. We are now in our second year of distributing grants, and we were one of the grant winners last year. And I'm here on behalf of Barbara Clipper, a person with a heart of gold, if you know her. And so it is my great privilege to announce and to present the winner, Diane Amon, the YA librarian from the Albert Wisner Public Library in Warwick, New York. Please come up.
Thank you so much for this amazing opportunity. We are a small public library. We're in southern Orange County in New York's Hudson Valley, so that's about an hour north of New York City, which is probably everyone's frame of reference for New York, but it's a small town library. So thank you for this. The inspiration for this program came from two parents, actually, Lisa Correo and Carrie Boland. They're two parents of children who have autism, teenagers actually, and they're the ones who actually got the ball rolling on this application and helped to write the grant with some library staff members. So this was a group effort right from the beginning. So what they did was let us know, what kind of programs they were really looking for their teenagers. And what came up was they really wanted them to have a place to learn and explore social skills. So, and that is where we came up with social skills, improve your life, having fun for teens and tweens on the spectrum. The program kind of grew over the course of the year. We did try out a couple things. So far we've actually met about 3 times so far. And what we've done is we started with an after-hours program where families with children who are on the spectrum could come and explore the library after hours. Because what we found, what Carrie and Lisa told us, was that some people were bringing their teens to the library because they felt that they were noisy, they didn't want to be considered bad parents because people would misinterpret their kids' behavior. And that's really unfortunate. The library's for everybody. So the first event that we did was an after-hours tour of Albert Wisner, which is really nice. Most of the teens love our after-hours lock-ins. They have a little bit of cachet because they get the run of the library when nobody else is there. And it was great. We had a really great turnout, and it was teens, their siblings, and their parents. We had an amazing turnout for the first event. We probably had about 30 people, and we expected maybe 4. So we were really, really pleased. And that was, of course, in April for Autism Awareness Month. Since then, we've done a celebration of International Games Night. And what we added over the program for the course of the year, it was recommended that we should have teen volunteers in some way, shape, or form. And no one really knew exactly what that teen volunteer program was going to look like. We're just always trying to add more volunteer opportunities for our teens because the school requires it for graduation, and dusting shelves is really boring. So what we added was a layer called the Teen Ambassador Program, and it started off with them just helping out at the program, but really what we found we needed was an experience for the neurotypical teens to really interact with other teens with autism and get an idea of what that spectrum looks like, because some of our teen volunteers, they have an idea in their head of what autism looks like because they know someone from school, and they think this is what it looks like. And then there was one incident where one of these teens who has friends with autism in the school had an experience where we had a library program, and she looked at this other person's behavior who was new to the group and said, "My God, he's so rude. He's interrupting all the time." And it was just a moment that clicked for us that what we really need is not just social skills for the teens with autism. We really need to be reaching out to the rest of their peers and showing them this is what people on the spectrum can look like too. They don't recognize it because they think of autism as someone who is, maybe nonverbal or, functions very differently than they do. So it's good for them to see the whole range and interact with them. And basically, the last 2 sessions we've done is with that Teen Ambassador Program, and we've all just had a ball. It's been really, really fun. Anyway, so what we're planning on doing with the grant money over the course of the year, we're going to hold a series of workshops. We're going to be expanding upon what we've done so far. So through September through June, we're going to be holding monthly workshops, some of which will need to be a little bit longer than that. For example, we would love to do something on Instagram, but when we're talking about social media, we found that we could not just have discussions on like how to use Instagram, but how to stay safe online for someone who might not, pick up on texted social cues and things like that. I mean, that's difficult. So we thought we would do something on dancing for the social skills aspect, so that people could learn, how to dance at prom, all of that kind of fun stuff. Another game night, of course, a book club, which we have not attempted before, so I think that'll be really fun, and all kinds of other things that we have planned for the upcoming year. Oh, we've also partnered with a whole bunch of different community organizations to make this happen. Family Central is a Warwick-based parenting organization. It's a grassroots effort led by Beverly Braxton, and they have been instrumental in getting the word out to other families. Because like I said, the teens who have autism aren't necessarily already coming to the library. So it's good to reach out to get more people. Also, Pulses, which is Parents United Learning, the special education system, which is another local community effort in Orange County. And we're just trying to work with everyone we can to help get the word out and get people into the program. Just a few weeks ago, we finally got in touch with the local school's special education program, which was fun. It took a bit of trying. It's hard to break into the school sometimes, but we finally have them on board and they're super excited, and so are we. Okay. So I want to again thank you for this amazing opportunity, and I cannot wait to show you guys what we've done. So thank you so much.
It gives me great pleasure to present to you, for the Albert Wisner Public Library, the amount of $5,000 for the project. Yes, we have time for questions.
Oh, we do have time for questions if anyone has.
Very quick.
Oh, very quick questions if anyone has any. Nobody has questions. I think we're good. Thank you again.